Welcome to this screencast in which we will be going through the setup wizard for OP Smartdesk. There's a couple of caveats here. The first is the server that we're using is a dedicated server for Smartdesk and is using the default website, so we can access it using simply just the server name. If you wanted to access it using something like helpdesk or support, then there are a couple of things that you need to do first. The first thing is you will need to go to DNS and add a CNAME alias for, in this particular case we're using helpdesk, pointing back to the server name of the server that's hosting Smartdesk. Once you've done that, if you go into IIS and on the default website where we've set up Smartdesk, go to bindings, edit the binding, and then in here under the host name we type in helpdesk.domain.extension, so in our particular case test.local, and we go OK. Now when we want to access the setup wizard, we can do that going directly to that web address. So let's go here. So if we do helpdesk.test.local, and as you'll see we get the wizard straight away. So on that note, let's continue through. End user license agreement, self-explanatory, click next. A file and folder permissions check is carried out to make sure that everything's okay. If there is any problems, it will tell you, and it will also say what it is that you need to sort out from there. So if we click next, we now go to install the database. So our server is called OPSD. The SQL Express instance is what we set up if you followed us in the earlier screencasts. The database is OPSD, OPSD admin, usernames and passwords are case sensitive, and OPSD. So when we click on test connection, it will try and connect to the server. Once it does that, the connection will be okay. It will import the database, and then it will add the connection to the web config file for us, so we don't have to worry about doing that. We'll click next. At this point we'll set up our helpdesk admin user. We'll just call it admin, password, and admin at test.local for an email address, but obviously that will be a real one in your particular case. We'll create that. It will say the account was created successfully. At this point we need to enter our license key. You should have received this via email when you signed up for the trial, or when you signed up for the full subscription service. I'll go ahead and put the license key in now, and then you click on validate and it will come back and say that it was validated successfully. I'll just pop off and do that now. So once the license file has been the license key has been validated, you'll get to this screen, but we don't want to log in just yet. We've got to finish the installation. So now what we want to do is go from setup to upgrade, and we get the upgrade installation. Same again, click next, permissions check, which is fine. Upgrade database, let that complete as it has done. Click next. We won't worry about LDAP for the moment because you won't be using that. That's a bit more advanced configuration, but we can just click finish for now. And now we've got the ability to click here to log in. Should get prompted for username and password. This will be the one that we just created under the setup, so admin and password is what we set. If we log in for that, give it a moment to log in. Which takes slightly longer the first time when we log in. And there we have it. We are now logged into Smartdesk and we're ready to move on to the next screencast, which will be setting up users and configuring the various options in the help desk. We'll look forward to seeing you in that screencast.